Hello, and welcome to this week's Oracle reading for the week of April 16th through to 22nd, 2018. This week I have a new deck for you guys. It's one by Denise Lynn. She's one of my favorite deck creators. And this one is called Sacred Traveler Oracle Deck. And I think it's such a nice thing that somebody's actually done sort of like a journey deck, because realistically, each and every one of us on our life here is a journey. We're traveling through and figuring it out as we go along. So I think it's really good. So I'm just going to take a couple of minutes just because the deck is still very new to me. The cards tend to stick a little bit. So we're just going to, we got one. It seems to be separating themselves right nicely. A second. I just need one more. Nope, it jumped out for us, so just grab that. All right, so 3 cards for this week. We're starting off with Desert Passage, and the quote at the bottom says, "There's a divine plan." And I know for a lot of us, sometimes the road to our destination or to whatever we're trying to achieve seems so long, and it seems like there's no progress, or it seems like we're just not getting anywhere. And this is saying trust. Even though you're going through a dry patch, or because things aren't coming together as quickly as you think they should be or you desire, know that there's a plan. Sometimes when things aren't working out as quickly as you think or the way you think, it's because there's stuff in the background pulling everything together so that when you reach your destination, it is exactly as it should be. Then for the middle of the week, I really love this. This is one of my favorite things in the whole world. This is solitude. And the quote at the bottom says, "In silence, peace prevails." And there is so much truth to that. We are constantly bombarded with interacting with other people, media, TV, shopping, all sorts of things that we never spend time with ourselves. And if you don't spend that time in solitude or with yourself and just block everything else out, music, background noise, kids, everything, you don't get to hear yourself. And hearing yourself is key to knowing where you are, where you need to be going, how well you are doing. Are you listening to the subtle cues that your body is giving you? Are you hearing all the intuitive messages that your mind is processing? So taking some time to yourself. So don't stress the desert. Take some time to yourself. That's exactly what the desert time is for. And find your own inner peace. Know that your peace is always with you. It's just inside as opposed to outward. And then another big favorite thing of mine for the weekend, it says grace and gratitude. And the thought at the bottom is, through gratitude, joy expands. And there's absolute truth to that. I recommend to a lot of clients to do a joy journal at the end of the day and just write down all your moments of joy, whether they are simplistic as I really enjoyed my bowl of cereal that I had today, or whether there's some big things, whether you got some big news about stuff happening in your family. But the more we acknowledge the moments, even the small moments of joy or wonderful things happening in our life, the more we realize there's many of those opportunities. Being able to eat, being able to sleep, being able to get up and go to work, all those things are joy moments. And when you are grateful for them, you realize and you start counting all the accomplishments or the good things in your life. And then it expands from there. You're no longer focusing. Remember, focusing on negative is manifesting the negative. You start focusing on the positive, you start bringing in more of that energy and more of that light to you. And so to recap from this beautiful deck and the illustrations and just sort of like the simplistic direction of this deck is something that I really enjoy. You are not to worry about the fact that you're walking through a desert. Remember, it is the journey. There's a divine plan, and just maybe there's some stuff working behind the scenes for you. Enjoy some solitude. One of the key things that sort of keeps us in bad relationships, bad jobs, and all the rest of it is we fear the unknown. We fear being alone. We fear being vulnerable. We fear having to take risks. And solitude, make friends with being alone, because you are the key to everything that needs to be unlocked in your life. And then grace and gratitude. Just be grateful for everything in your life. It has a place and it has a purpose. Enjoy your week. Wishing you lots of love, light, and, of course, a magical journey. See you next week.